Guys, and today we have
We don't really have an agenda.
we just figured with all the craziness that's going on with the virus that should not be named.
Yeah, apparently you can't say the actual name of
the
said virus.
Virus that cannot be named.
Mm-hmm.
We figured we'd just break up some of the monotony of the politics that are going around and all the other craziness that you see posted on Facebook. Kind of like,
What are you doing?
I'm opening my beer.
With your belt buckle. Wow.
Oh, that was a bad fail.
Well, that's similar, if we're on the Horror Guys, that's very similar to Tom Savini from Dusk Till Dawn, Sex Machine.
Yep.
So we call you at Beer Machine.
Beer Machine.
There it is. I have a thing right over here. It's a lot easier. Look at that. There we go. I didn't have to use my penis for that. Although, all power to you, man. If you can use your penis to, open beer. That's pretty damn good. That's impressive. That's impressive.
But, yeah, so I'm sure everybody's seeing stuff on Facebook and Instagram and all your social medias, all the TV channels are playing stuff. And we were talking about how, it's real life scary.
It is.
If you're not taking it serious, then, you can make jokes. I'm going to make jokes. Even if I were to get it, I will make jokes about it. But it is a real life scary scenario.
I'll be honest with you, man. I think some people make jokes and have fun with stuff because that's how you cope with things.
Right.
I put out a couple of videos that, I don't want to say we're making fun of it, but, it had to do with quarantine and everything else. And, hey, it made people laugh, and that's what we're trying to do.
Absolutely. But it is like a real life horror movie right now. It's people are getting put in quarantine. There's people dying from this. There's outbreaks everywhere, almost like zombies.
All right, so, and we're talking about making jokes. I have to say it. Are we going to get zombies out of this?
Listen,
because
I've been preparing for zombies. Anybody who follows me in wrestling knows that I've been preparing for zombies with my wasteland gimmick and the gas masks and all this. The baseball bat with the nails in it.
Me and Zoe Sky were hashtag zombie killers.
Right.
We had a gimmick. This was our thing. Okay, so but here's the thing though. If we get zombies, they have to be the Night of the Living Dead zombies. The slow, you can walk right past them and there's no big deal. They cannot be the Dawn of the Dead remake zombies because those fuckers,
the runners and
they ran, they climbed and shit.
World War Z, the climbers where they climb on top of each other and.
Nope. I don't even want Walking Dead zombies. They're too fast for me.
Aren't the Walking Dead zombies even developing now, getting smarter? That's what it. I'm sorry, this might be a spoiler. But isn't that I swear I saw that on a preview where they're actually forming ranks.
Oh, those are the Whisperers.
Okay.
What they do is they walk amongst.
I'm a little behind on Walking Dead, by the way.
Oh well, the Whisperers, they walk amongst the dead. They wear skin masks.
Okay.
And they walk amongst the dead. So that's why, they whisper and shit. So you think they're talking, but it's really not. That's the Whispers.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
But in George Romero's though, Land of the Dead, they did start to get smarter. There was that one they called Big Daddy, and he was like the leader of the zombies, and he was literally starting to get smart. They kind of got on to how they evolved as the time went on in the movies. So no, who knows, man? We never know what kind of zombies we'd get if we got them. It's kind of scary to say, but we'd probably get the fast that will just kill you in a heartbeat zombies.
Yeah, I'm not too into that.
I'm really not. I don't want to fight those.
I've been throwing hatchets and axes, and I got my baseball bat with my nails in it. I can do short range.
I have a huge machete that says zombie killer on it, so I'm ready. I'm ready.
So we can do short range.
Yes.
But these runners, if they're coming, nope.
I'm not throwing shit at you and trying. I'm not going to hit you. Mm-hmm. I'm dead. I'm not going to hit you. Speaking of Axe Story, I watched that on ESPN, the Ocho the other night. I watched the Axe Story Championship from 2019. I'm not going to lie, that was some interesting shit. That was very cool. I'm not even going to lie.
So, if you don't know what Axe Throwing is, then you know who Jason Momoa is. Almost every girl under the sun knows who Jason Momoa is, which means all your boyfriends know who Jason Momoa is.
It's true. Very true.
He's a big axe thrower.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a video of him on YouTube where he is walking down the I don't even know what you call them. It's the axe throwing lane, walking down a lane. Somebody hands him a beer. He goes, "Oh, thanks." And takes a sip. He goes, "I'm Jason Momoa. I like drinking beer and throwing tomahawks." Turns around, throws a bullseye.
Damn.
And we made it.
Wow. Now, I know you've done that before.
Yeah, I love that.
Do they have the kill shots on the boards that you throw?
So, the boards that I do are just the circle targets.
Okay.
They have, and they have it labeled like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. But then there are, up at the top, there's 2 circles. Those are the kill shots, and that takes out a whole row. Yeah.
All right, I give those guys credit because those kill shots are about that big.
They are. They're tiny.
They're literally hitting it dead on.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but they're hitting it dead on.
Yeah.
That was impressive to watch, man. I'm not going to lie.
See, I'm good with, for some reason, I have a hard time hitting the one, like, so there's a bunch of different games you can play.
All right.
There is, like, just traditional dart style,
okay.
where you're trying to go for most points.
Gotcha.
With X amount of throws. There's blackjack, where it's first to 21.
Oh, see,
Then there's, I forget what the other one is. It's like an elimination where you have to hit every number twice. With the exception of the kill shot. If you hit the kill shot, that counts as one number hit twice, and you can pick what you want.
Okay.
So I'm good with, like, I can hit my bullseyes. I can hit the 4s, the 3s. Once I get to the 2s and the 1s, for some reason, I have a hard time getting those. And those are, like, the bigger circles that should be easier to hit.
Now, that question, because I never have done it, but I've watched it. Are you throwing it hard, or are you just kind of giving it like a good little?
It depends. So there's 2 ways to throw it: overhand,
okay. See,
or single hand.
Yeah,
and there's like different size hatchets.
Okay.
If you're going with a bigger hatchet, I like to do the double hand. Otherwise, I like single hand.
Yeah, I think I would.
And there's there's actually a proper technique for it, and how you let go. You really don't have to like whip your arm at all.
Right. Just like a nonchalant kind
Yeah,
of.
just like a kind
Okay.
of.
It turns maybe like twice.
Yeah, basically.
Nice.
And then there's trick shots.
See, that'd be the way.
I love trick shots.
I didn't. It'd be end up in my foot or my head, and that's exactly what happened.
I did a trick shot where I held it by the blade, and you throw underhand instead of overhand.
Oh shit!
It spins upside down, right into.
Wow.
No accuracy.
All right.
With
So
that.
when this shit is over,
Yes.
we're going. Because I'm pretty sure that
Sounds
is not open right now as being an essential business.
Right.
So, fortunately.
But going back to the zombies, hatchet throwing would be a good skill set to have.
So maybe I need to learn then.
I'm telling you.
Just thinking, yeah, it could be. Yeah, could be a good thing to know. All right, so we're talking some stuff here. Let's see.
And it's going to be a lot of random stuff.
Yeah.
Just bear with us. You're going to laugh sometimes, and you're probably going to sometimes be like, all right, go on.
Right.
So this is how we talk.
What do you think of the new Candyman movie?
I'm excited to see it. Candyman's always been one of those horror. I don't even know if you want to call him a demon or
I think he's more or less a
entity.
spirit. I would assume.
Yeah, but he's always been one of those ones that I'm not. It's like he's scary.
Yeah, Tony Todd played the shit out of
But
that
I'm not scared of him either because you have to call him.
Right.
And like I get tired of listen, if I'm calling somebody on the phone, for example, if they don't pick up after 2 phone calls, I'm not calling them back.
Exactly.
So he would never come.
But you have to relate it to like something like Bloody Mary. Now you know every damn kid in the world tried Bloody Mary. I did. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
But it still freaks you out while you're doing it. You're in a dark ass bathroom, you got people fucking with you at the same time.
Yeah.
You know.
Banging on the door trying to make you
And
think that
exactly.
Mary's there.
So me and a friend of mine, we watched Candyman. I don't know how old we were when it came out, but it came out like 91, 92?
94.
94. I don't know how old that was, whatever. I'm not going to do math, I'm not good at it anyway. Especially this new Common Core math bullshit. No. I can do 1 + 1, that's 2. That's all I know. And I'm going to keep it that way. So we watched Candyman and we thought we were tough asses, right? So we walked over to the mirror and we said 4 times. And we were like, nah, we're good. And we went to go back to the living room and there was another mirror in that hallway. And we both fucking hit the floor like little bitches and crawled past the mirror and then stood back up. Because I wasn't chancing that shit, man. Like I wasn't chancing that shit. It's not a movie that you look at now and say, "Oh, that's scary as fuck," because it's not.
Yeah,
but
there's some cool scenes and stuff. No. But you're right, it's not a scary movie.
It'll mess with you.
Yeah.
To that point, like I said, you're there.
Especially the younger you are that you watch it, like you said.
Right.
You know, the more likely you're gonna crawl underneath the mirror.
And I'm not gonna lie, man, I did it. So Jordan Peele's involved in this one,
which he's been knocking it out with movies and.
I enjoyed Get Out.
Yep.
I liked Us. Some people thought they hated it. I liked it. I thought it was cool. Was the ending predictable? Absolutely. Did I get it before it came? Yes, I did. But still, fun movie though.
Right.
Weird, but it was cool. I liked it. Mm-hmm. So he's involved with Candyman. I don't really know much about it. I mean, the trailer came out.
Yeah.
Like 3 weeks ago now? Something like that.
Yeah.
They don't give you a lot.
Nope.
Some of the scenes are cool as shit when all the girls are lined up in the mirror. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden the girl peeks out and they're all fucking dead. That was cool. You don't see Candyman not once throughout that entire trailer, which I think is smart.
You just hear his voice.
Yes, you see the hook, and you see a piece of like his coat and or whatever shirt he's wearing, what have you. So I'm trying to picture.
But Candyman is iconic, like the way that he looks.
Yeah.
That's really all they need to give away for how he looks right now in the movie.
I agree, because you know what? Maybe we don't see him in the whole movie, and that's even better.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest.
The Jaws effect. You'd never see the shark the full time.
Nope.
Until the very end.
Yep.
If they do that with Candyman.
Exactly. Oh, I forgot. He's right back there with us. There he is.
Just a hook here, just a coat moving,
wait,
just
how many
like
times
a
did we say his
shadow.
name? Because we got mirrors. We got them covered though. We're good.
There is a mirror.
Well, that's
on
fake
that.
though. Thankfully, that's fake. These are covered, so I think we're okay.
All right.
Unless like we're looking in our beer bottles and oh shit, can he come through there?
I don't see my reflection, so I don't think I see his.
Well, are you a vampire?
No.
Okay. Well, you wouldn't show up on the. I'd be talking to myself this whole time. Listen, if I go back and edit this video and you're not here, that's not cool, man. Talking to myself the whole time, and I'm probably gonna get committed. Although with everything going on today, they'd probably just leave me at home.
Probably.
I'd just be sitting there talking to myself, like, "Hey, it's okay because we don't have room for you. Just stay home. Just stay home.
You're fine. You got company. Don't
Right,
worry.
stay home. If you think that Kevin is there with you, then damn it, you talk to Kevin. And then in about 2 months or so, we're going to take you in.
We'll reevaluate the
blows up.
situation.
Exactly. Although, shit, man, Governor DeWine might shut this shit down. You never know. He might pop up and be like, Horrorgasm has been canceled. I'm just saying. Dude, that dude is on TV every day.
He is on there every day, and he's doing something different every day. And like, all right, I'm not bashing it.
No.
By any
Here's what
means.
bothers me, though. You have a 50 to an hour, sometimes over an hour thing where you stand there and talk to people. Okay, yeah, people have questions. I get it. Just go on there, say who you are, tell us what you're closing this day, and sum this shit up. And let your interpreter, I'm not making fun of her, but let her do her thing and let it go, man. Because nobody wants to sit there for 45 minutes to an hour and listen to you talk about everything but what I'm about to close today. Because that's what everybody's waiting for.
Right.
Seriously, just tell us what you're going to close and call it a day.
But then also, when people do ask the questions, I feel
doesn't
like
answer
half the time they dance around the questions.
Yeah. No, I watched a little bit of it today that he was talking about. I don't think he closed.
I'm one of those essential workers. I had to work, so I
Right.
didn't get to watch it.
But basically, all that came down to what I got of it for the few minutes that I even watched it. He said something about, well, the police have a right to assess the situation, and if they feel that
You're not whistling enough when you talk.
Oh, I can't do the Herbert thing. I'm sorry, but all I got out of him was basically that, though. The police can assess the situation. If they want to shut you down, they can. If they want to ticket you, they can. So some people are still staying open. People are saying you're being fucking idiots. And eventually what it's going to do is push them to shut down the entire fucking state.
Yeah.
Completely. So that no one can...
They'll be like grocery stores. That's it.
Yeah. Grocery stores, pharmacies, because people still need medication.
And hospital.
Yeah. And then I think he's just going to literally shut down the entire state. And that's what it's going to get to.
And honestly, all right, so obviously we like having our freedoms. Mm-hmm. But honestly, if you're going to get to that point, just jump to it now.
Yeah, they shouldn't
make
wait
it
this
happen
long.
so we don't have to worry about it anymore.
How long have we been sitting, and then on top of it, now we have a mandatory stay at home.
Yeah.
So now we're into the mandatory stay at home. We're only one day into it. And actually, it doesn't take effect until midnight tonight. So technically, we're still not into it yet.
Yeah.
It's here, but it's not here yet. So that's the thing, man. It's like, and then I feel like if it gets too far and too crazy, that's when people have joked about it, but it's really not a fucking joke. People start getting that purge bullshit. People are going to start looting for stuff. They're going to start stealing shit. People are already buying up toilet paper like a motherfucker. You can't find toilet paper anywhere. I don't care where you live. You can't find
Listen,
toilet
if somebody TPs your house, just know your house is now worth $875,000.
You better go out and grab
it doesn't
every bit of
matter what works in your house or not. Your house has been appraised at 50,000 times more than what it's already worth.
Let me just say this: be happy that it's springtime and the leaves are coming back, because you may need them to wipe your ass right now. I'm just saying, like, this is a good time for flowers to be blooming and leaves to be growing, because you may need them.
Just watch for the poison ivy
and the bees. You might want to wipe. Hey, that's gonna suck a little bit. Yeah, man, it's getting crazy. It really is. Like, never experienced anything like this in my entire life. Like to the point where you actually feel like you're living in a horror movie.
And they were saying like,
yeah,
the last time this happened was like 100 years ago. And then with the Spanish flu.
And some of you would say I was around then, but I really wasn't. I'm just saying I really was not around for the Spanish flu. I seen that. I saw that face. No, but it's crazy though, dude. Like I've never. Yeah. And this is something that.
But I was reading something online. And it's like every 100 years, something like this happens.
Well, I won't be around for the next 100, so I'm good.
You sure?
I don't think.
I feel like you're gonna outlive everybody.
Hey, maybe I will.
He plans on doing that stair thing at the gym.
Yeah, speaking of the gym, it's been closed now for a week and a half, and
how are you surviving?
I'm not, man. I'm not. Like, Cage posted, somebody needs to check on me. I'm probably like traipsing the steps at my house, you know. Like, it's funny, but it's not, because it fucking sucks, dude. Like, it really does. Like, you get into a rhythm and a pattern, and you're like, hey, man, and then it's just taken away from you. You're like, oh, well, now what?
Yeah.
So then you sit around and you do nothing but eat dumb shit, because what else do you do?
Yeah.
You know, and now you're pissed at yourself because of it. But we'll get on to it. We'll do something different with it. But so yeah, Candyman, the whole thing. It looks cool.
All the way back around.
That's called a tangent. You come back full circle. But no, Candyman, it does. It looks cool. I like that they don't give a lot away in the trailer.
Yep.
I'm a little iffy on Tony Todd though, because like I've heard he's going to be a part of it, and he himself said he did some stuff on set, but some people say it could just be a picture. It could just be a voiceover. He is listed under Candyman's real name, which is Daniel something. I do not remember his
last name. So it could be like a flashback thing.
Right. Like, I don't think he's going to be the Candyman in this movie.
Yeah, I'm
pretty
sure
It'd be great if he was.
Else. But yeah.
But let's face it, if they're going to make a sequel, they're probably going to want to go with a fresh face.
And it is a sequel, not a remake, correct?
It's what they're calling, and I don't know what this really means. It's a spiritual sequel. I don't know what that means. I don't know what the hell that means. I do know that if you watch the trailer and you pause it on the one point, or really if you just pay attention, there's a woman sitting in it looks like a church, and she's burnt up, and I'm thinking that's Helen from the original, which is cool. Right. And then what I did find out about it, which I thought was cool from watching a YouTube video, see that? Be nice.
Don't take our stuff down.
Was that the main guy in the trailer that is now kind of obsessed with the Candyman myth is the child of the woman from the original movie.
Okay.
Which makes sense now, where he's got this connection.
It is a sequel in that aspect. It's not a remake.
And then the woman from the original that was in the apartment building that kind of became friends with Helen and the other lady, she has not aged a bit in, how many years? That came out, you said 94?
94.
So it's 2020. She does not look any different.
25 years.
She does not look any different in 25 years than she did.
Going on 26,
then. Yeah. No different. Literally, and that's his mom. So he's playing that kid, so as he's walking, he's having these flashbacks of where this Cabrini Green apartment complex and all that shit used to be. He's feeling this energy where he's got this connection to this place, but he doesn't know how yet. Well, now you're about to find out. So it's got a cool little thing behind it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't know if it's still going to come out in June or not.
Yeah. Well, and it still might, because if you guys didn't hear yet, everything's going straight to digital.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is. Man.
I mean,
do you think they would do that with that, though?
They might. I mean, they pushed back a handful of things, but for the most part, everything's just going straight to digital right now.
My thing is, I feel
full price still.
Right, $20, which you really can't beat it. You're watching. If you go to the theater with more than 2 people, shit. No, that's not even true.
No, you go with one person and get snacks, you're already at $25 at least.
So if you go with 2, you're doubling that basically. So right now you're getting a $20 price tag on that movie you can watch for 48 hours. But when you leave the theater, you can't watch it unless you videotaped it, which you shouldn't do. Just saying. So yeah, it's really not that bad, honestly. But what bummed me out was they completely wiped the new Saw movie off the thing. It doesn't even have a release date now. They completely wiped it off.
I'm gonna and since we brought up Saw, I'm gonna say I am not looking forward to it at all.
Okay, here's the only thing that I took out of that trailer that I found amusing was that Samuel L. Jackson said motherfucker. And I was happy about that because you know damn well if Samuel's in a movie, he's got to say motherfucker.
Oh yeah, even in the Avengers movies, he didn't say it until what was it? Endgame, the second to last one.
So he finally said it.
Was that it? Endgame or Infinity War?
Right.
And he never even finished it. Because he gets it. Spoiler: if you haven't seen it, it's been out for a long time. It's time to see it.
I haven't seen any of them.
It's an end credit scene where everybody's starting to give disappear, turn into dust. He's looking around. He starts making his little pager go off, and as he's about to disappear, and he's gone.
Oh, so it was a letdown.
So even in the Marvel universe, he gets to say motherfucker.
Hey, I think it's in his contract. If you seriously put him in anything, he's got to say motherfucker.
So I read something about how he had a really bad stuttering problem when he was younger.
Okay.
And
please don't tell me motherfucker was worth the help.
Motherfucker, it
really
helped him to break that stutter.
I'll be damned. You know what? That is actually really fucking cool. Right?
It makes Samuel Jackson 10 times better.
Right. That's a word that I use on the regular, along with just fuck. So yeah, no, that's perfect. I like that.
Yep. And I don't know how true that is, but I read it and
but it's cool.
I've been believing it ever since I read it. So.
Yeah, I like it. We're gonna go with it. I believe it. There it is.
There we go. We've spoken.
Damn it, we have. Let's see. All right, so
so anyway, the Saw movie though, the new one.
Yeah, from the book of
honestly
Spiral.
I feel like they just keep going, and each one has gotten worse and worse. And the first 3 I enjoyed.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of it's either A, the same thing over and over and over, or
B,
it's just dirt garbage because they are out of ideas and they're
yeah.
Well, we still want to make gore.
Well, I think when they brought
and I've said before, I'm not a fan of gore for the sake of gore.
No. I liked when they brought Carrie Elwes' character back
around. Yeah.
But then he wasn't in it again.
Yeah.
They moved on and he just wasn't there. Yeah. Dr. Gordon was a huge part of those movies. And then they brought it. He disappeared in that first one. He cut his foot off. He crawled, but
and he ran into somebody apparently.
Yeah, and then what happens? They save him. Okay, he's cool, and now he's part of this whole plan. You see him for a split second. You see him throughout a little bit in that movie, and then all of a sudden they do another movie. And he's not even part of it.
Yeah.
They kept their stories consistent.
The continuity
mm-hmm.
of it. I mean, they kept Jigsaw, obviously.
You have to.
They kept the puppet. They brought back that girl.
I heard Billy is not a part of the new movie.
This is just all right.
I heard that Billy the Puppet is not
seeing it.
I don't know if that's
I'm not telling you guys not to see it, but I am not seeing it.
That was a fun part of those movies, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if even I don't think that Tobin Bell's even. I don't know. I can't say for sure. I don't even know if Tobin Bell's part of it. For all we know, Samuel L. Jackson could be like, "You want to play a game, motherfucker?" And that could be the whole fucking movie. Chris Rock wrote it, which is kind of scares me. That kind of scares me.
I feel like there would be more comedy in it then.
And see, they're going to have some comedy, but they're going to keep it very horror.
I mean, there's a little bit of comedy in most horror movies. Anyway.
Right,
I think
absolutely.
we talked about this on past.
Look at the cheesy jokes in the 80s horror movies.
Oh, God.
You had them.
80s,
regardless.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, another tangent because you brought up 80s movies.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong in saying I heard that Netflix is doing a Killer Clowns from Outer Space series?
I know that the movie itself
comes out next month.
Right, on Netflix.
On Netflix,
I had heard that Sci-Fi was actually taking a stab at it.
Sci-Fi.
Sci-Fi was looking at getting, let's see, what was it? They were looking at getting Critters, then they made another movie.
Yeah.
They even brought up Ghoulies was going to get it. I'm like, dude, I'll take any of that because I'd love to see another Ghoulies movie because.
Those 80s movies are just fun to watch.
Dude, you'll never get me to sit here and tell you that there is no better time in horror movies than the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
I love 80s. I'll say I love it. I still 80s. Sex Machine, Beer Machine's at it again. Wow.
Oh, that one squirted.
That really popped the top there, huh? Well, but no, man, 80s had the best stuff. You had, I guess you can kind of call them creature features.
Yeah.
Maybe didn't say motherfucker to get that on.
Motherfucker features.
So, creature features. So, you had Ghoulies, you had Critters, and you had Munchies. Not Dick Trimmins and Cheek, but the actual movie. Nobody knows what that's a joke that only he would get. Just saying, but it's funny to us. Just saying. But, you had all those cool-ass movies back then. Nothing can compare to that now,
no.
man. You can't even do the same stuff that you could do back then because now everything's CGI.
Right.
Everything's CGI.
And I love that the
like the
Puppet
puppeteers.
thing,
Yeah, you know who was huge in that was Charles Band with Full Moon.
Okay.
From you got Puppet Master, you got all the Ooga Booga. Remember that movie that I had you watch the one time? Or I think you watched it. You ended up watching it, right?
Yeah, I did.
Like little shit like that. He still uses that same like puppet stuff and all that shit, man. And that's one thing that I think is cool because Full Moon's still making shit.
Good.
They're making, matter of fact, they're making a movie called Corona Zombies, and it comes out.
Like based off of right now?
Yeah, and it comes out April 10th.
Wow, they fast forward that real quickly.
Yeah, it's only.
I wonder if they were making a virus movie anyway with zombies.
Probably.
And they're like, oh, perfect timing. Let's just change these scenes right here so it says coronavirus, not just virus X or whatever. Right. And
it was funny because they they said something about the tagline of the poster, and I wish I could remember what it exactly says, but it says something along the lines of, and they're coming to wipe your butt. Because like there's a zombie with a mask on, and then he's got toilet paper, and then there's sanitizer and shit. It says, yeah, they're coming to wipe your butt. So I don't know if like the zombies are gonna go around wipe your ass.
It's gonna be funny.
It's gonna be terrible, but I'm gonna watch it.
It's gonna be It's gonna not be scary whatsoever.
No,
but it's gonna be fun to watch.
Yes. So if you have Full Moon streaming, it will be on there.
I am 100% down for this.
I want to see it. I'm not gonna lie. You know, the fun thing is...
I'm surprised Sci-Fi hasn't jumped on it. They seem to like, as soon as a movie gets announced...
Sharknado. I'm just saying.
As soon as a movie gets announced, Sci-Fi's like, oh yeah, you have Jurassic World, you know? We have the World of Jurassic.
Oh,
you know, and it's basically like Walmart, Dollar General version of a movie that hits Walmart, shelves only.
Watered down. That's what exactly what it is.
And it's like... decent quality.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look terrible.
Horrible acting usually.
Yes,
and I love it.
Me too. That's the thing. But the fun thing about, and I don't want to say the fun thing, but the thing about being stuck at home right now is you get to watch movies. Like you said, some stuff's hitting VOD and stuff. Essential
worker. I don't. My life hasn't changed much.
Mine has, and it sucks. I'm just saying. But I've been catching up on movies. I got to watch The Invisible Man, which was cool.
How was that?
I liked it.
I like the original black and white.
Anything you saw in that,
black and white.
Just know that it's not the same in this one.
Okay.
Except for in terms of the name. And see, everybody. Okay, I'm not gonna do what everybody else does. So the Black Christmas movie that came out last year was, and people hated it because of this, because it was, as they call it, very woman heavy. So, and this is a spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. Black Christmas bases itself on rape, which is a very touchy subject.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to dog that because to some people that's a horror in itself.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to dog the people for the message they were trying to.
Well, that's the thing. Is like, people have gone through that in real life, and
right.
Yeah.
So it's not so much that it's like, all right, I'm not going to dog the people for putting that out there and saying it like that, but it should have been anything but Black Christmas. Seriously.
Agreed. Your door just opened. Welcome back, guys.
So, I think you might have the, oh, he wiped it off. Hold that. I think that's what you got right now. Thanks for sharing that with me, too. I appreciate it. I need to get my gloves and my
Sharing
Lysol.
is caring.
Right. In this case, sharing is killing. Yeah, so the door opening thing was kind of creepy. We're back, though. We're still alive, I think.
Yeah.
We're good? We're good?
I can never check my pulse.
Yeah, I don't think I have a heart, so we're good. I'm not a soul either, so we're good. I'm still the same I was before the door opened on its own. What are we going to talk about? We talk some upcoming stuff. How about
let's jump into some.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, there's this website which John actually just introduced me to, which I'm surprised I didn't know about this sooner.
I frequent this one quite a bit.
It's called upcominghorrormovies.com.
Yes, check it out.
And it's some of it's just rumor mill stuff, but a lot of it is like already plots and stuff like that. And so we were talking, we were thinking it might be fun to like go over a couple of these because, I mean, after all, we are the horror guys, and this is what we do, is talk horror movies.
Very true.
So we're going to go over a couple of these. Some of these are rumored, but we're still going to talk about it because some of them we hope, and some of them we don't. So,
yeah, they don't. Yeah, some of them.
Yeah, that's how we should end each movie. Like, do we hope or do we don't?
It's a little Cisco and Ebert, huh?
Yeah, and then we can even do the...
Let's do that then. All right,
that's
cool.
So, first one...
Throw one at me.
First one, and these are alphabetical, so if you go on the site, you'll see this.
Yes.
So, first one I'm throwing at you, 28 months later. This is the prequel, or the sequel, I'm sorry, to 21 Days Later, which happens to be a good movie to bring up because that's basically a plague apocalypse.
What we're going with right now.
So, 28 months later, the sequel to 21 Days Later.
Would you be mad if I said I did not like those movies?
No, you're fine with that.
I was not a fan of those.
See, I enjoyed them. I think... Alright, let me phrase this. I thought they were okay at the time, but now that we're going through this...
Right.
I actually...
Makes you think more.
I like it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because, like, we're kind of living in it. Not quite the same, but we're kind of living in it.
Yep.
So...
I get it.
There's no official plot for this yet. There's no date left for this. And on this site, the other thing I should say is it does rate how many people want to see this that view the site if you're like a member of the site. It is at a 59%, so that's over half the people that have seen want to see it.
I mean, they're popular movies to some. I don't know. I just couldn't get into them. I don't know why.
I'm going to say just because of what's going on right now, just because of what's going on right now, and hopefully with a new cast, I'm going to go up. I want to see it.
I got to go down, man.
And we do this.
I got an OVE, thumbs up, thumbs down.
All right.
Just saying.
A Quiet Place 2.
I've never seen A Quiet Place 1.
I've never seen it either. Emily Blunt's in it, though.
Okay.
I like Emily Blunt.
Right.
This says, just following the deadly events at home, the Abbott family must now face the terrors of the outside world as they continue their fight for survival and silence. So I know the premise of it is, if they make noises, these creatures come and kill them. Okay. And so they gotta be quiet. Like they walk on sand and all this other stuff in the original one.
Okay, I know that the sequel unfortunately got pushed back due to everything that's going on right now.
Yeah.
That was one of the ones that got wiped off completely off the slate. We don't know when it's coming out now. Yep. Probably not till next year at some point.
Probably.
The previews look cool.
Yeah.
I don't, other than what you just described, I really don't know much about them. It sounds a little bit like The Village and a little bit like...
it's The Village with real monsters, though.
Bird Box. Wasn't that kind of like the thing with Bird Box,
too?
too?
Look, though.
Right.
Yeah.
And I never watched that either yet.
Okay.
I'm way behind on
that was
stuff.
a good movie. I actually really enjoyed it. At times it seemed like, okay, they're just adding stuff in here just to, like, add stuff in. But for the most part, I liked it.
I have to watch that.
But because I have not seen the original Quiet Place either, I'm just going to go right here. Not an up, not a down.
You know what?
I got to see the first one to determine if this is moving.
I'll stay with you on that one.
All right.
Because I can't give it a thumbs up or thumbs down if I haven't seen it yet. So you're right.
All right. This is a rumored one.
All right.
And 53% of the people want to see this, which I'm surprised it's only 53%.
All right.
Aliens 5.
I'd be cool with that if you brought in Sigourney Weaver in some way.
I feel like they have to.
Yeah, even
she
if
is
it's
like
a
the
small
staple
part.
of the franchise. I mean, like, and they did a lot to her.
Yes.
Throughout that whole series, where
I don't think she would do a full movie.
No.
And again, she might. Who knows? Look at I think Sarah Connor. What's her real name?
Yeah.
That lady from
But they brought her back for
they brought her back specifically
Terminator,
to show that the order of females can still be a strong lead in the movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sarah, is it Sarah? No, Sarah Connor's her name. Linda Hamilton. That's it. Damn it, I was right there and I got it. But yeah, I actually just watched that new one. It was decent.
Yeah.
You know, it was okay.
Yeah.
You know, it was all right.
I haven't seen it yet.
But they're doing this like look at Jamie Lee Curtis coming back to Halloween 2018.
Right.
They showed that the older females can still come back and be these lead characters.
Right. And I mean, and that's the thing is like, it has no plot yet, so this technically could be a prequel. Mm-hmm. This could be taking place after Aliens versus Predator.
Very true.
What was the other one? Alien Resurrection. You know, I mean, it could be any. It could be any kind of.
Yeah.
In that realm, but just because it's the Alien series.
What if Sigourney was in this and she came face to face with a predator?
That'd be cool if they did.
That'd be kind of cool, man. That would be kind of cool.
Or like it's like a 3-way battle: her versus an alien versus a predator.
Yeah,
the mother
that
alien
would be
versus
kind
a
of cool.
predator.
If she came face to face with her, and she would do the.
But again, no official plot, so we are still
Probably
unsure
not gonna
what this
happen.
is going to be.
Yeah, Savagery probably not.
Just because it's an Alien franchise, though, I gotta go up.
I'm cool with that too.
I mean, Aliens is Aliens.
Yes, they're fun movies.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got?
So this one, Amityville, 1974.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna read this because this is actually a decently long plot, but basically it's the first Amityville happening.
Okay.
Which, I like the original Amityville.
Me too. The second one was really fucked up. Have you ever seen the second one?
I did not.
Man.
I didn't know there was a second one.
Oh, there's like... Alright, let me try to think here. There's Amityville 1, 2. Amityville 2 is The Possession. Amityville 3 is... God, I can't remember the name of it. There is probably, like the Children of the Corn movies, there's probably about 6 or 7 of those now. And there's basically like... they just made one. I think there's Amityville Dollhouse.
Okay.
It's like an off-brand Walmart value something. Terrible version. There's Amityville something that just came out recently. So there's probably about 6 or 7 of those.
Okay, and then there's a remake with Ryan Reynolds,
which actually wasn't bad though. I actually
I'm
enjoyed
going to
that.
disagree with you on this one.
You didn't like it?
No, not at all.
I thought it was okay.
Okay.
You know,
I will
decent.
say Ryan Reynolds, going from his comedy self
Yeah,
to
it was
that,
nice to see something
I will
different.
give him I will give him all the credit in the world. He is a damn good actor.
He played a serious role really well.
But I'm not a fan of that version.
It was different.
It was.
You know,
it was the same story. It was just different.
Right. In some cases, it's hard to take a remake. We talked about remakes before.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to take a remake, and if you're going to base it so much off the original,
to make it just
and you're
so
basically
good.
just redoing the original movie, and you're doing it in now time. It's hard, man, because people want to. They know the original Dawn of the Dead, with the exception, because I like the Dawn of the Dead remake. I thought it was really good. It was a new take on everything, but the original is the original.
Yeah,
it's still good no matter what.
See, if you're gonna make a remake, you can't follow it perfectly to what it was originally, because otherwise you're just making the same movie.
Absolutely, and that's the problem with some remakes.
The problem that they do with a lot of these remakes is they take it so far away from the original movie that it just becomes garbage.
Absolutely.
So,
I
but Amityville 1974,
I say no.
I'm surprised.
I can't.
I am surprised.
I honestly,
the original story, you're not interested.
No.
I'll watch and let you know.
I feel like they touched on it. I mean, I'll watch it, but as far as I don't know. I feel like they've already told the story, man. Because in some of those movies, they actually bring back. And again, if you haven't seen the second one, Diane Franklin plays in that one, and they bring her character back in one of those movies. Can't remember the name of it. It's one of those off-brand ones.
Yeah.
And her character actually comes back, so it's like, okay. And I think it comes full. I don't know if she's playing a different character or whatever, but her herself, the same actress, is back again years later. So it's like you've already told the stories, and they're still saying, "Oh, it's based off whatever." Listen, the house is still there, but they took the windows out, and that's shit. Because that was the cool part about the whole house.
Oh yeah,
window.
the weird. Yeah,
they
it
took
almost
that
looked
out.
like eyes.
Yeah, they took it out. So I get it. That house has a history. I guess. I mean, I'm not going to go hang out there. I go take a picture of it outside. I'm not going in there. Just saying, I don't want to do that. I'm okay. Because at what is it, 3 something in the morning, you basically go and shoot your whole family. I'm not doing that. I don't want to do all that stuff, and I don't want nobody doing it to me either. Just saying.
That's fair.
All right. So
what next one, I don't consider this a horror movie, but that's all right. Beetlejuice 2, which has been rumored for a while now.
Yeah, that's
and this even says right here, no official plot. So half of me feels like it's never going to happen.
Probably.
And if they keep pushing it back, eventually one of those, like, Michael Keaton's not going to last forever.
No.
You know, and nobody else should play Beetlejuice because, let's be honest, he did a freaking hell.
And that's the thing. If you make a sequel to Beetlejuice and you don't have Michael Keaton in it, don't do it. Simple as that.
Right.
And if you don't bring Lydia back, which why can I not think of her name right now?
Winona Ryder.
Thank you. Then don't do it.
Yeah.
You have to have those two people in that movie for it to even happen.
Well, yeah, because even the cartoon that they made for kids was based around Lydia and Beetlejuice's relationship.
Yeah, and they were friends.
Yeah.
You know, and then he, of course, did his stupid shit and everything else and all that other fun stuff. The cartoon
Which the cartoon was great, yeah.
I love it. I have the box set.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Oh, yeah, dude. Love that shit. I love... Dude, like, that's one thing that was cool. Like, me and Alan talked about this before, is like showing our kids now the old shit we used to watch. So I had Madison watching Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling.
Oh, nice.
And the Toxic Crusaders cartoon.
Yes.
And the Garbage Pail Kids
Which it's
cartoon.
funny that they made a Toxic Crusader cartoon.
Yeah.
Because that movie was so vulgar.
Oh, man.
And they turned it into a cartoon that was like super kid friendly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the Garbage Pail Kids, the original movie.
Oh, yeah.
I love that movie,
me
but
too.
it was
Me
so
too.
messed
Yes.
up.
Garbage Pail Kids themselves are just vulgar ass 80s.
And they're still making the Garbage Pail Kids cards because we sell them at work.
My dad used to buy them.
Yes, I have a day job. I've talked about this.
He did. And it's essential right now, too, so he still has to go. My dad used to buy those for me by the box, like the actual box sets of Garbage Pail Kids. He used to have, it was an old cigar shop. He'd go and buy me the whole entire box.
Nice.
And
So
I
you
still
would have like every single one in that
I
series.
still have a giant shoebox full of them from the 80s to maybe up to 2 years ago when I saw a pack in like Dollar Tree and I grabbed a pack just to have them.
Nice.
And I have a shoebox about that big full of them still.
Nice.
People like, can I have those? Hell no, you can't have them. No, sir.
All right, so Beetlejuice 2. If it ever comes out,
Okay,
if it comes out with Michael Keaton.
yes, and Winona Ryder, then I'm here. If it doesn't, then I'm here.
If it doesn't, I'm gonna go about here. Not fully down, but
So you might have a little hope for it.
I'm gonna wait for that preview to see.
Yeah, I want to see. Yeah.
But I'm not gonna go full down yet. And Michael Keaton and Winona Ryder, though, you got
absolutely.
me. You
Right
sold
there.
me right there.
Yep.
So, all right, next one, Cabin Fever Outbreak.
Okay.
There is a plot for this one, so I'm gonna just.
Yeah, because I have a question for this. So let me hear the plot first.
Right. In this film, a doctor and his family travel to a remote Caribbean island to investigate a minor flu outbreak, only to discover a vicious flesh-eating virus that threatens everyone on the island. Which
so
is
it could be related to what we're going through now, minus the flesh-eating virus.
right.
Well, or maybe in the
we'll
next
find
couple
out.
of weeks.
We'll find out if Corona evolves into something worse.
And it could be. Wait,
but-
this isn't going to evolve into something worse, is it?
I hope it evolves to a good night's sleep.
Well, that could be. I'll take that over turning it into a flesh-eating zombie. For now. Just saying.
But all right, so here's my thing about Cabin Fever. The first one had can't remember his name, but he played Sean on
Ryder Strong.
Ryder Strong.
Yeah.
Then they
Good for
remade
useless shit. Do you see that?
but then they remade it.
Yeah.
Called it just Cabin Fever again.
Yes.
No,
And
it's a
wasn't,
sequel.
it was okay.
And
It was okay.
that one was piss poor garbage.
But they made 3, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Or there was Cabin Fever 2.
and
there
they
was
remade Cabin Fever.
And then they remade it, and now, but does this one take from the remake or the original?
And that's what I'm saying. So this is called Outbreak. Obviously, the story's the same. It's a flesh-eating virus.
Right. Which really, you're telling the same fucking story.
Right.
In all the movies, anyway.
Which the one with Ryder was great. Then
Fucking
everything
kid.
else went straight to DVD or VHS or whatever it was at the
Remember the
time.
fucking kid sitting on the damn porch and he bit him?
Oh yeah,
Fuck that kid.
messed up kid.
Man.
And the dog that destroyed, ripped apart the girl and ate her in the,
And I
the
don't
shed.
care what you say, but the shaving scene.
Oh god,
nasty as shit.
Yeah.
Cringeworthy, man.
Yeah.
When she's shaving and her skin's just no.
So for that, I'm okay if it's gonna be continuing with
the first series.
So here's the thing: is Ryder, you don't know if he lived or died in that movie because the last thing you know is he's in the hospital and he's
comes back
hallucinating.
In 2.
Okay, see, I didn't
or
watch this.
3.
So I didn't see these.
And he does not make it.
All right. Well, then in that case,
So yeah,
I'm going.
I'm gonna have to go with you because
full
I'm
sail
not a
down.
fan. I'm not a fan. He does. I want to say, man, Cabin Fever 2 has a sub name to it. I can't remember what it is, and there is Cabin Fever 3. He is in, I want to say, the second one, but he does not make it past that one.
I'm not interested.
So yeah, he does come back, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But then he's.
I'm glad that you cleared that up for me.
See, but that's where I'm confused. Does it take off of the 3, or does it take off of the
Remake. And
Probably the remake.
I'm assuming it's the remake because that's the most recent.
Which essentially would just be their version of Cabin Fever 2.
So 100% down. That one is that one's completely in a shitter.
Right in the shitter.
All right.
Like Sleepaway Camp. Remember when she put her in the shitter in Sleepaway Camp 2?
I do.
You're a shitty friend, a shitty bunkmate. She just steadily put her in a shitter. That was hilarious.
So I'm going to jump ahead on this and tell you that they are remaking Sleepaway Camp.
I'm done. Okay, listen.
Let me jump ahead and I'll read this. Hold on, I don't even know.
Wait, there's a plot?
I don't even know if there's a plot yet. Give me a second.
Jeez.
Give me a second. Give me a second. You guys, give me a second. There is no official plot.
Okay.
But the story is said to begin with Angela.
Well, all right.
Who has been locked up in Smith's Grove's sanitarium for years.
Wait a minute. Did you just say Smith's Grove Sanitarium?
Yes. 4 years.
Wait a minute. Time out. Wait a minute. You said Smith's Grove Sanitarium.
Yes.
You do realize that's where Michael Myers spent it. Okay, now you've caught my attention. Now let me explain my love of the original Sleepaway Camp. It's fucking campy, hence the name. It's fucking cheesy, and she's got a dick.
It's a plot twist.
You don't expect it. I love one of my favorite things, and I've said this to Alan. I've said it on the show before. I love watching people watch that for the first time and see the ending.
He loves watching chicks with dicks.
No, I don't love watching chicks with dicks. I love watching people's reaction to the fact that Angela has a dick. Just saying. Funny story. We went to a convention. Okay, me and Frank. And I went over and met Felissa Rose, who plays Angela, who is one of the sweetest people ever. Super nice to her fans. No, she's adorable. She is. She's adorable.
I wouldn't say beautiful, but she's a cute girl.
She is. She's very adorable. I go up to her, I talk to her, super nice person, signs my DVD for me, takes the picture, and I says, do you want me to make the face? So she makes the Angela face with the mouth wide open. Absolutely awesome, dude. So Frank walks up to the table. I'm standing off to the side there. She can still see me. I'm still by her table. And Frank's standing there looking around. He's looking.
If you don't know Frank, you're missing a lot. He looks like Herman Munster.
He looks like Herman Munster and the Falcon from the Muppets combined into one person.
With the personality of Lurch.
Dirt.
With the personality
I'm just saying.
Lurch.
Like he'd be pissed right now. Like,
and that's their
fuck you guys. It's the truth, though. So Frank is now staring at her table. She's got pictures galore. She's got DVDs. She's got various other movies she's been in. Blah, 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 blah. So she kind of looks up at him and she says, hi, nice to meet you. And he says, hey, how you doing? Frank's real awkward when he meets people, by the way. He was awkward in general.
Really he's met me a million times.
Like, I'm going to show you one of the funniest things ever. This is going to break the whole 6 feet apart thing, which we already have. But Frank takes pictures with these people, and this is him in the picture. And he looks like that. I shit you not, dude. Like, he's in a picture with Danielle Harris, and she's adorable, and he's just like it looks like he might shit himself when they took the picture. So Frank's standing there looking at the table.
Please post one of those pictures.
You know what? I'll have to. We have a picture with. I think he actually smiled on that one. I'll find one, damn it. I'm going to try to find one and post it. So he looks at her table. He's looking around and everything else, and he's just kind of. And she goes, "Hey, did you have an idea of what you wanted?" And he goes, "I'll take that and take DVD." This is exactly how he sounds. I shit you not. So she, takes the cover off the DVD and she's going to sign it for him. And she looks at me and she goes, "Has he ever seen this?" And I said, "Absolutely not." And I have this huge smile on my face. And she looks at me and she says, when he watches it, let me know what he thinks. And I was like, oh, I can't wait. So about 2 or 3 days goes by, right? Frank comes over.
Wait, you get to talk to her?
Actually, I have her on Instagram and stuff and all that. Yeah, she's very friendly with people. Yeah, super nice person. So I'm sitting there and I'm just watching, I don't even know what it was, randomly watching TV.
Make sure you take her.
And Frank.
And let her know I think she's cute.
She is. She's adorable. And Frank's sitting there and he goes, I don't know where he goes. I watched that movie and I know where he's going, right? Because it's been like 2 or 3 days after the whole convention, right? So he's sitting there and he goes, and I'm starting to like laugh, right? And I'm like, oh boy. And I said, what movie, Frank? And he goes, that movie. And that girl, she had a dick. Dude, I lost it, man. So, now mind you, fast forward to maybe, I don't know, a year later or something. And I'm watching Sleepaway Camp 2. Which, if you know the movies, obviously you know that Felissa Rose did not return for Sleepaway Camp 2 or 3. That was Pamela Springsteen, who is the sister of Bruce Springsteen.
I didn't know that.
That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I guess she like completely hates the movies and will not associate anything with them now. Because she'd be
That's
a great.
fine. I feel the same way about my wrestling matches.
Oh, that is not true. She would be a great convention guest. Like it'd be awesome to meet her, but she won't do it.
Yeah.
She obviously will not do it. So I'm watching. I think it was Sleepaway Camp 2. Frank, this is now another time, and he's sitting there and he goes, "Is this that movie?" And I said, "What movie, Frank?" And he goes, "That one with that girl that's got that little penis." I lost it, dude. Like he was like, "That fucking movie's stupid." Like, he got so pissed. He was so offended by it. Like, and you know what other movie he fucking can't stand? Is Silent Night, Deadly Night. Like I was watching it one time and he goes, "This is fucking stupid." Like, Santa Claus a killer with little kids watching it. Like, listen, if you're a kid and you're watching Sleepaway, or well, if you're watching that, fuck you too. But if you're watching Silent Night, Deadly Night, and you're a child, you're not a good parent. Just saying. Like, that's not gonna happen, dude. Like, you shouldn't be watching that as a small child that still believes in Santa Claus, because that movie, you ain't gonna believe in shit after that. But
you're gonna believe Santa's gonna murder you.
You're gonna be scared to death. Let me just tell you.
Christmas Eve, you're gonna be going doing
right.
crucifixes.
Do you remember the grandpa in that movie? That was like one of the creepiest scenes in that whole movie. Like, you been good boy. Grandpa didn't say shit. Grandpa sat there catatonic as fuck, like. And they left the room, and then Grandpa said, "You know what Christmas Eve is, boy?" He was creepy as shit. And then he starts laughing, and he's like crying at the same time. Like, I'd have tipped Grandpa out of the fucking chair and left the room. Like, fuck you, Grandpa, I'm out. You know. But that was a fucking creepy ass scene. But that's called a tangent. And here we come full circle. Okay.
Sleepaway Camp.
If she comes back,
so all right. Before we talk about this,
okay,
it's sounding like it's not a remake, which I thought originally it was a remake.
It's picking
because
up.
I even talked to somebody at work, and
Okay.
they were talking to me about this.
Now, do they know of
And
Return to Sleepaway Camp, though?
I don't
They're talking
know
about that.
But they thought that this was just going to be a straight remake. That's how they talked to me about it.
So here's what I'm going to tell you. So you got Sleepaway Camp, obviously. Now the character Angela, yes, does come back for 2 and 3, but it's not the same.
No,
person.
same actress.
Now you have Return to Sleepaway Camp, which was very low budget-esque done, but you had like Isaac Hayes in it, and you had Jonathan Tiersten came back, who played her Ricky, which was her cousin, in the original. And the original actor too came back, and you haven't seen it, right?
Mm-mm.
I don't want to spoil it then. All I'm going to say is, Angela comes back. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to ruin it for you because it's kind of a cool little twist.
Yeah.
So, are they picking up from Return to Sleepaway Camp and going into this next one?
I don't know, because either way, she's in the sanitarium.
Because they could have locked her up again after that.
Right.
You know, and then, but she's in Smith's Grove Sanitarium. That's where Michael Myers spent
exciting.
all his time. I love that. Okay, for that.
So this
I'm
could be a
going
nice crossover. I'm going to
I'm going
go
right
with...
I have to.
I'm going to wait for the preview.
I'm going straight up thumbs up because Angela, probably minus the dick. I'm sure she's had surgery over the time, maybe. And Smith's Grove Sanitarium. If there's a...
That'd be cool if there's a Michael Myers crossing. Then we make
Haddonfield Camp. That's where Camp Haddonfield. That's where they're going. That's where they're going to go. Camp Haddonfield.
All right. Moving on.
Yeah.
I'm excited for these next two, but I'm going to go one at a time, obviously. Right. Evil Dead 2. So there's no official plot yet, but it is said that it will happen directly after the events of the first movie, which is not the one with Bruce Campbell, but this is the one, the remake, which the remake, as what it was a horror movie. Bruce Campbell's was so off the wall it became a comedy.
Yeah, a horror comedy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But the one with Mia,
yes,
is a straight up horror movie.
Dude,
I mean, it is.
When she cut her tongue in half.
All the freaking deaths.
Yeah.
The guy with the glasses suffered so much in that movie.
Yeah.
So this is a sequel to it, which they did make a sequel, Evil Dead 2.
Yeah.
To Bruce Campbell's.
Yes.
Which was
basically a remake of the first one,
which is a
remake, how they wanted to
but different at the same time of the first one. Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun though.
Yeah.
Army of Darkness is fun too, though.
That's the third one in the series. So Evil Dead 2 though is picking up where Evil Dead 1 the remake left off. There's no other plot to this yet.
Right. Which means we're probably not going to get it right away.
Right.
But the fact that it's out there It's a plus because they've been talking about this since they made it.
I mean,
that's been how long ago?
It should have been. I think it's like 4 or 5 years old now.
I think it's longer than that. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
yeah.
And if that's the case, I mean,
jump on it.
It needed to happen sooner. Yeah.
Because it was good. You could have followed that up.
Right.
2 years later. Boom,
And the thing is, they don't need to bring back any of the original actors other than Mia.
Right. You have to keep her. Yeah.
Because now she's Ash technically. Because she's. If you don't know Evil Dead, any of the remake or the original ones, then I'm not friends with you.
Right.
Because Evil Dead is one of my favorite series.
It's a great movie. Great series.
But she has the chainsaw arm.
Yes, she does.
And God, I love that chainsaw arm so much.
Yeah.
I remember seeing this as a kid, seeing the chainsaw arm and being scared of the fact that Bruce Campbell had a chainsaw arm.
Right.
Not scared of the demons, but scared of the chainsaw
high five with
arm.
him? Done.
Yeah.
Done. You're just done.
So
we usually have arms laying around here somewhere. I could have reenacted that, but we don't have one.
This is our post-apocalyptic set.
Yes. You're lucky we have lights, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That was a last-minute decision on his part.
No, it was you. I can't even take credit.
These were mine, but it was only after you decided that we should have these.
Yes.
So, but yeah, other than that, since there's no real plot or anything like that, I've got to go 100% thumbs up.
I'm with it because I like the first one.
That first remake was. That's an example of a remake done right because it was the original story, but 100% different.
And I'll tell you, dude, I only admit to a few being very good. I've already said Dawn of the Dead. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
I liked the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. I thought that was very well done. Evil Dead was good. I kind of don't mind The Hills Have Eyes.
I like the
don't like the
first
second
remake.
one.
Yeah,
Second one was
exactly.
terrible.
I like the first remake. The second one was pointless.
I always relate to the scene in the second one, and I can't stand it. When the girl is, I think she's either on the ground or something, and the Mongoloid Hills Have Eyes person looks at her and goes, run. And I was like, I fucking hated that.
Yeah.
I hated that. Couldn't stand it. Now, if you watch the original Hills Have Eyes 2, I don't know for sure. I have to look it up, but I have to say that Harry Manfredini did the soundtrack to that because it was a lot of Friday the 13th, legit Friday the 13th music in that movie. And I was like, wait a minute, why? Like, does Jason run in that because it's a little Mongoloid family, or does he fit into that kind of?
Oh no, you're Jason.
Yeah, because Jason or Harry Manfredini did the soundtrack for various Friday the 13th movies.
Yeah,
but it has very like Friday the 13th music in it. I'm like, because I hadn't seen it for years, and I watched it, and I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? Like, why? Is Jason in this one too? Like, I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, 100% on Evil Dead. Yes.
All right, so the second one, that I'm going to tell you, or this next one I'm about to tell you.
All right.
I'm already going to put a thumbs up for. I'm already excited for this.
Hey, it's all right.
So it's Evil Dead 4. It's all right. So hold on.
Evil Dead 4.
I'm gonna give you this.
So we're talking.
It's
Evil
based
Dead,
off
Evil
of
Dead 2, Army
the
of
Bruce
Darkness,
Campbell ones.
Okay.
It's Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness. Then there was Ash vs. Evil Dead, the TV series, which I love.
Why did you cancel that?
Yes.
Why did you do that?
It got canceled and it was not finished.
Netflix, why didn't you pick up one more season? Because Stars dropped the ball. Netflix could have picked that shit up. It'd have done great.
I'm telling you,
Netflix.
Netflix does great with these series.
Dude, not being funny. Look what it's done for Adam Sandler's career.
Oh, I'm sure.
Seriously,
Yeah.
He wasn't doing anything, and then he signed on to do what? 4 movies. He signed on to do another 6 more.
Yeah.
It's keeping him going, man.
Yeah.
And his movies, albeit some of them kind of cheesy, they're still
some
fun.
of them
though.
are B movies.
Yeah,
but some of them are great.
Like that Ridiculous 6 was actually funny.
Yeah.
That was funny.
I
haven't seen, and I know this isn't a Netflix
Very
movie.
stupid movie, but good.
But it was funny though. Yeah, absolutely. Like I haven't seen this one. I know it's on Netflix, but that Uncut Gems they say is like super good.
I have not seen that yet.
But he's like super serious in that one.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to see that.
Kind of like his, what was it, Punch Drunk Love? He played a serious character.
And what was it, the Cobbler? He was more serious and something like that too.
But that was also kind of, that was a comedy too, because
was it? Okay.
He played a serious role, but the plot of it was just a comedy.
Okay. See, I haven't seen that either. I just know the name. But
Check that
Uncut
one
Gems,
out.
he plays a complete different. This is the Adam Sandler you're used to, basically.
Yeah.
Which I'm actually kind of curious to see how he does that.
I'd be interested.
Me too.
But this Evil Dead 4 is with Bruce Campbell, so I'm excited already.
Now, do you think we're gonna get Kelly and Pablo from the series?
I do not know.
I would love to introduce them in a movie.
But this is, I mean, technically, if you want to get technical, Army of Darkness ended, and the movie was over, but it was still left with we could make another one.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The series ended. And it was 100% we could do another series.
That ending of the series was shitty as hell.
100%.
Because they rushed it.
100%.
They knew it was going to be done. They rushed it, and the series itself was phenomenal. I loved how they went back to the cabin.
Puppet Ash.
Oh man, Ashley was it Ashley Slashy or some shit?
Yeah.
I forget what they called the little puppet, but they went back to the cabin. They brought back original actors from the original movie.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that was so cool how they did that. They brought in his dad, who was fucking Lee Majors. Like, I mean, dude, it was like some of the coolest shit.
But they left it so that it could be continued, and they didn't continue because they canceled it.
Yep. Which was a mistake.
So,
honestly.
Evil Dead 4 is kind of, hopefully, unless they're like being stupid again, gonna like finish off the Army of Darkness series with the Ash vs. Evil Dead series. Make this final nice perfect circle that we really need from this series.
I agree.
And again, because it's Evil Dead, and especially because it's Bruce Campbell Evil Dead, the Tom Cruise of B movies, I'm 100%.
Yeah, I'm
100%.
Dude, anytime you can get Ash, or anytime you can get Bruce Campbell to come back and play the Ash character, because you do realize that once the series ended, he had retired from being Ash, with the exception of the video game that's coming out. He is voicing the character, which is cool as shit.
There's another Army of Dark or Evil Dead video game from like way back.
Do you remember? I bet you played the same fucking one I did. That boomsticks and something else. I fucking hated it. Let me tell you why. I'd play that fucker. Thank God they had a save thing back then. Now they can save automatically, but the games back then you had your fucking little memory stick. So I'd play that fucker and I'd get pissed. I'd stop playing. I'd run right back out and play it again. I finally beat that fucking game.
Pissed over and over and over again.
It took me months and I beat that fucker and I was like, wait, that's the ending? Like, come on, you fucker. Like, I was so mad about that.
So I never beat the game.
I did.
Because I was in the same boat as you. Get pissed and save, pissed and save. And somewhere at my parents' house there is a memory card.
With that still on there?
That game's still on it. And I didn't even own the game. I rented it from the video store over and over and
just
over.
to try to beat that fucker.
And finally he said, fuck this. I don't care how it ends.
Dude, I have no shame. And this was probably... I was in my late 30s when I finally beat Friday the 13th for Nintendo and Nightmare on Elm Street for Nintendo. It took me that... As a kid, I couldn't beat that shit.
I've never beat either one of them.
I couldn't do it, man. You have to beat Jason 3 fucking times. And then they still leave it open if he may not be dead.
Oh, yeah, because it's like game over. Or is it?
Yeah, and you have to literally beat him 3... And he gets more powerful and quicker each time.
Yeah.
And it's like, man... But it took me into my late 30s to beat that fucker.
I'm surprised you beat it.
Man, I was so proud. I tagged that shit on Instagram. I was like, I finally beat the motherfucker. I didn't care. I was so proud of that shit, man. Because those games were hard.
They were.
Man. Fuck.
I remember those games.
Like Beetlejuice. There was no point to that game. You couldn't beat it, though.
No.
You couldn't beat it. You just couldn't do it.
Well, that's like, what was the other Home Alone games?
Oh, yeah, they were hard as fuck.
Each level got harder and harder and harder and harder to the point where it's like, you lay a trap and it doesn't even matter.
No. Goonies was hard as fuck, too.
They just run right through the trap.
Yeah, all those games, man. They were so... For that being a kid's entertainment system, that shit was hard as fuck.
It was not kids.
And then the hardest part was you had to blow in the game, and if you don't remember that, you didn't have a Nintendo.
If you don't remember that, then you're too young to be watching this.
You remember blowing the game, and then sometimes our trick was to take a piece of like paper, fold it up numerous times, and wedge that fucker in there, so the game would sit just perfect for it to play. You did not have a Nintendo.
The other one was cutting a piece of sponge and going through the entire slot of the video game to try to clean it out.
This is completely
and then getting sponge clot stuck in there.
So
then you had to So then you had to get tweezers to pull the sponge out. And oh man,
dude, we lived through some cool shit. Let me just say this: Sega CD was so much fun.
Oh my god, yes!
I used
to play that with my friend all the time at his house.
And I talked about this game with Alan, but Night Trap. I think I talked to you about this.
You did. I never played it, but
I played that bitch for
we even talked about this on a previous.
We did, yeah. I almost beat that fucker and then I died. I never got that far in the game again. I still have the disc for the game. I still have the original disc. I don't have the original art in the box. I wish I did, though. But they remade that for PS4 about 3 years ago. I was literally going to buy a copy just for nostalgia purposes. I didn't even have a fucking PS4. I went on the damn site at 10 in the morning to order one. And do you know that as soon as I got on there, they were completely sold out? 1,500 copies sold out within. It was 10 o'clock and they were gone.
Right.
They did another sell at 6 in the afternoon. I had one in my fucking cart, sold out. So I never got one. Just for pure nostalgia, I was going to buy it, you know? Because the game was phenomenal, man. If you go on YouTube, though, you can look up Night Trap the movie, and someone took and pieced together, made an actual movie.
Of all those cutscenes.
Oh,
and
it's
stuff.
so dude, it's like an hour-plus movie, and it's cool as shit.
Nice.
Like, dude, honestly, yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun, man. But okay, so that's called a tangent again, folks. That's what we do.
I'm gonna cut ahead because there's ones I'm skipping. Final Destination 6. All right.
Okay.
Before we even get into this,
All right.
because there's only a small thing. It says there's no official plot, but it's said to be a reimagining of the franchise. Before we get into this, though,
So
you do not name something final and make 6 of them. Because
Okay.
that's, I like the Final Fantasy games, for example.
and there's like 7
But
or 8
they
of those,
are,
right?
there's like a billion of them.
See, I don't even.
I mean, I feel like they're still making, they made
Yeah, they are. Oh yeah.
Kingdom Hearts and added Final Fantasy characters into Kingdom Hearts.
So it's still continuing.
You don't make a final something and continue it over and over. Just like you don't make the never-ending story and end after 2.
Man, here's what I don't like. Final Destination 6, but it's a reimagining of the series.
Right.
Why is it 6 and why isn't it just called Final Destination?
Right, and here's the thing: is Final Destination, the first one,
Yeah.
was good.
Devin Sawa.
The second one was even decent,
I worked in a film with Devin Sawa.
and then it just started going like this.
Yeah.
And
Dude,
there's
it got
like,
to a point where
there's
there's so many deaths.
here's a toilet.
Yeah.
Here's 1.
Yep.
Here's 2.
And you're going into
Here's
it,
3.
and you go.
And then the rest of
Yeah.
them.
Well, that's the thing, man. It got to a point where it's like Saw. Okay, so Saw was known for its elaborate killing games.
Gore for gore.
You might see this dude who's then chained up to all this stuff. He's got a certain amount of time to find whatever he needs to get these chains to unlock. And you know what? He doesn't, and boom, he goes away.
He gets split into
Okay,
pieces.
Saw had to continuously do that for 7 movies, I believe. 7, I think it was. 7 movies, not counting the new one. Final Destination had to do the same thing. Okay, how can we kill a person? All right. Big tree trunk things through their fucking car windshields. It still freaks people out to this day.
Still drive behind
yeah.
a truck with wood on it, and I
Yeah,
cannot.
you got to get out of that lane.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah,
But I get you, man. Like, what more can you do?
yeah.
You can always come up with cool ways to kill people,
exactly.
but still, man,
But
it's
so
solid.
what's the point?
Right.
Like at some point, it just becomes the same exact movie
Yep.
with this is the most ridiculous way we can think of killing somebody. Let's do it.
100% agree. For me, no.
100% down.
Because you just leave it go where it's at.
Yeah.